Cat and mouse vipers. Giant child-snatching vipers are terrorizing New Orleans, pulling children from their homes in the middle of the night in their eagerness to take on human trafficking in the city. Cat and mouse find themselves in the thick of it. Crime, action, drama with a smattering of superheroics. Now, like Roland Mann said, our head honcho here at Silverline, go do some backing, and we appreciate your support.
All right, welcome to another episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin.
Derry. You're muted, Pumara.
No.
Try again.
I'm Pumara.
And this is ADHD Theater. We are going to get into the show and talk about Aladdin and Ron's Gone Wrong. And let's see, we got Road Pig John. How's it going?
Hello.
And we have children in the background. Are they going to participate or no?
No.
Mom's in the chat. Hey, y'all.
What up, Mom?
And yeah. So, have you watched anything recently?
Well, we realized that we had never watched more than the first episode of the second season of Shrinking.
Oh,
so
okay.
we started at episode 2 this week, and that show's so funny. I lose my mind.
Oh, Shrinking. Okay, yes, Shrinking.
Harrison Ford is like one of the funniest people in that show.
Yeah, I've heard that he is really funny in that show.
Like, he's super deadpan, and he loves to insult his coworkers, and it's just, he's such a smart ass. And then, like, you've got him who's like real gruff, paired up with
Jason
Segel, who's like super sensitive. And
Let's
so,
talk
like,
about our feelings.
Yeah, they're totally opposite in it. Oh yeah, it's so good. But yeah, we're watching that right now, and I started a show on Prime called, I think it's just called Happy.
Huh?
And it's about the Happy Face Killer. It's actually based on a true story, but Dennis Quaid plays the actual dad that's in prison. That's the serial killer, dude.
Okay. I saw that show.
It's an interesting show.
Yeah, I was wanting to watch it.
He plays the dude so well. Like, I went back and watched a video of the actual guy, and then watched Dennis Quaid play him, and it's really like creepy how good he does at it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
I like Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. Basically, his daughter is trying to solve. He killed 8 women that he confessed to, and now he's claiming he killed a 9th, and they're trying to solve to make sure that he did do it, because there's another guy on death row for the murder. So they're trying to get him released, but his daughter gets drawn into it. Like, nobody knows that she's his daughter, but he calls from prison into this television show that she works for. That's like Dr. Phil,
Okay.
and tells him, like, he's super like creepy towards his children, especially his daughter, and not like, sexually creepy, but
Yeah.
just he thinks because he's a murderer that shouldn't mean that they don't love him the same and all this. And so he's getting cell phones in prison and calls this show and tells them that he'll admit to it if his daughter like comes and sees him or whatever. And so then the host of the show gets with her and is like, why is this dude calling me? So then she has to spill the beans, which has been a big secret.
Oh boy.
That's her dad, and then she starts working with them to try to solve it. It's a pretty interesting show. It's not the greatest show I've ever seen. The main actress kind of annoys me a little bit.
She was famous for something. What was it? It's not Haley Quaco or whatever her name is. It's another girl.
I don't really know her.
Siegfried or
no,
Amanda? No.
I don't like. I didn't know this lady, so I mean, she looks similar to some other people, but just kind of the way she talks in the show grates on my nerves a little bit. But Dennis Quaid's so good, and that might be by design too. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. We finished watching Daredevil, the Born Again.
I think I'm gonna dive into it.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, people say that it's the best TV series that they've put out, but I don't know.
Oh, that Disney's done?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not gonna deny it wasn't good, because it was good, especially if you're a fan of Daredevil and are interested in that world, the Defenders level Avengers, essentially. But
yeah, I just don't have any interest in the Defenders. And like, I saw an article today, it could be total bullshit, on Facebook that was like, oh, they're poised to make a comeback with the Defenders 6 years later. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about Luke Cage. I don't care about Iron Fist. I don't care about Jessica Jones. Like, Daredevil's cool.
Yeah.
Give me more Punisher. Like, that's all I need. I don't need the other characters. Like, quit piling, 12 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
I don't know. I enjoyed those shows and the spin-offs and stuff like that. I really liked it at the time. It's just a question of whether they can capture the same kind of quality that the Daredevil show and series could, put out, which they did this weird, I don't know, it was almost like a documentary in the series. So it was like the main storyline, but then it would cut to a documentary series where they're like talking about, oh, the streets, it's really difficult and stuff like that, to tell the story of how hard it is for everyday people. And that just didn't like catch my interest.
Why?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It felt more like, okay, just show, them, getting mugged or something terrible like that. Like I would rather see.
Like, how does it advance the story at all?
Exactly. I mean, do a little. It does a little bit, because they're like, okay, here's this storyline and here's what's difficult and all this stuff, and they're like, oh well, it's the same thing over and over again. Like,
yeah, but you can weave all that into the main narrative versus I'm gonna have main narrative and then I'm gonna cut to this weird ass. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna watch it because now I'm really interested. I want to see what that is.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like you're into the show, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're going to take this little break to watch this stupid, documentary thing. Like, weave all that shit just into the main storyline.
Yeah. So just come back and watch it and tell me if you think I'm off par on that, because it's I need some more feedback. Like,
Well, you're
is it okay?
you're a lot
or-
more forgiving than I am, so I can probably already tell you how I'm going to feel about it. But
Hey, Pops.
it'll be you times 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I don't know, but I digress. So let's see. We watched that, and we watched the 9th episode, which is the end of season 1 of Born Again, just dropped this past Tuesday. So we watched that and our usual shows, which are like, wow,
Ricky,
Will Trent, and
Did you say you haven't checked out Mobland yet, have you?
no, not yet. I want to.
So what is it? 3 episodes are out now, I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it's gotten better.
Okay.
Like, I didn't feel the way people felt about the first episode. They were like, "Oh, it was kind of a slower burn, just too much setting up of the story," and like it's just a mystery about what, like, this one event, like what happened, and you eventually find out over the course of, maybe it's at the end of the 2nd episode it gets revealed, or maybe it was sometime in the 3rd, but like it had me hooked. And like Tom Hardy is basically so Pierce Brosnan is like the head of a mob family, and then he has his kids. Well, his one son was in like a juvie with Tom Hardy's character. So Tom Hardy becomes like the fixer for the family. Like, he takes care of everything. And the first episode starts off crazy with Tom Hardy in this room, and he's negotiating with other gangs. And then he goes out of the room, talks to Pierce Brosnan, and comes back in, and it gets fucking nuts right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And it's gotten better, I think, every episode so far. So like, I think a new episode dropped today, and I was like chomping at the bit to watch it all day, but we couldn't. We'll probably watch it tomorrow morning or something. But
yeah,
it's damn good. Like, I like it so far a lot.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, promising. Have you finished watching 19 whatever?
23.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I asked my wife the other day if she wanted to watch an episode of it, and she was like, "How about we watch Shrinking, since we never finished it?" Because she's so mad about the way the season's been going. So
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. I just, the only reason I'm curious is to see, I want to hear what your thoughts. Like, did you think that it wrapped up as well as other seasons have, or is it just garbage?
yeah.
But I don't even know what to think. Like, I feel like it did a decent enough job wrapping up, but it took forever for them to get to the freaking point.
Yeah.
And which is just like kind of pisses me off. Like,
he should have got there. He should have got there 2 episodes into the season, and then had all that time to develop that story. But
I mean, it's like, it is kind of like badass to see him just how fast he deals with things. Because he walks in, and it's just like walks in, walks out, and it's like, oh boy. Like,
You gave the ending away.
no, I didn't. I'm just saying, he walks in, walks out, and that you can take it in whatever meaning you want. Like, he walked in and crap hit the fan, or what, so
All right.
it is what it is. Like, he has an impact on the room, and it's like it hurts a little bit inside. Like, you could have had that in the 1st or 2nd episode, or maybe 3rd episode, like you said, and it's like, and then built up more. But it's like the way they just sort of truncated that storyline, it just fell flat, because they focus so much on the difficulty for the wife crossing across the sea, and all of her trials and tribulations. It's like, that is a good story, and it's interesting to see that, you know,
Shit could have been
crappy-
a montage.
Yeah, but for real, like it could have been different. But I personally feel like it wrapped up in a satisfying way, because obviously there's certain things that if they actually did all the things like earlier on in the season, then it wouldn't have, I don't know, been as satisfying as like they put a nice little pin, like, okay, boom, tied a bow, and it's like, all right, well, I suppose, but is that a bow because of how you wanted the story to progress originally, or is it the bow because, all right, that's just how we have to put a period at the end of a sentence? You know, I mean, it just felt a little odd.
Well, here's something that really grinds my gears.
All right, Peter Griffin.
So people, all this shit's entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't exist without people who enjoy it and fans. Yeah. And there's been this whole movement over like the last 15 years of subvert the fans' expectations.
Yes.
Like, this is what they really want. Well, we're going to be creative and artsy and give them this instead.
Exactly.
And like, give me exactly what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll continue to be your patron.
Yeah.
But like, I just feel like TV shows and movies and all this, like, I get it. There's tropes out there that can get a little tired.
Yeah.
But sometimes shit just works.
And it needs to happen. It's like, don't change up the story if yet.
They're like, well, that's not the story I wanted to write. Well, do you want to write your story, or do you want fans?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, are you making this to please yourself, or are you making this to please other people? And like, networks have lost that as well. And Hollywood studios, it's like, oh, we're going to make whatever we want. And if you guys don't like it, it's because you're stupid or you're racist or
and that's
whatever.
Literally what Disney's doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole sequel trilogy.
Dude,
and stuff like that.
That scene, you've had to have seen the scene from Snow White where it's like panned in, or not panned, but zoomed in on Rachel Ziegler's face when the one dude's talking to her, probably the huntsman or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And she's just like making these weird faces and shit. Like, it's all over the internet. People like doing like funny stitches with it and stuff on TikTok, because it's god awful.
Yeah, I saw a dub of it where it's like they like changed her face and her mouth to say what they wanted her to say, or so it's like it was something outrageous, but it was definitely not the same.
Oh my god. I was watching that thing and I'm like, what the hell? Like, they did everything perfect to torpedo that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the star wouldn't shut her mouth. The studio won't shut up about it.
Yeah.
Like, let's just attack longtime Disney fans over and over and over. Like,
yeah. And that's the thing. Like, they chose to just attack the fans and say that, you know, either they're racist or what have you, as opposed to just admitting that the story is no good, or that what they did was no good. And they're still, it blows my mind, they're still paying to advertise it. It's like, why? Just give up. Just recede into the
what, it was like 1.8 on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
Right.
Whoa.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It is officially the lowest rated movie.
Just stop.
Period. It's just outrageous.
Like we said 3 weeks in a row. Just stop.
Yeah. And the fact that movies like came out like recently, what was it? It's the other movie that everyone thought would bomb, Minecraft movie. They thought it would bomb, and it
It's doing
actually
a lot better than.
did a lot better than
Dude, people are so crazy over Minecraft. Like,
right.
I kind of thought it would do good
Yeah.
because there are so many. Like, I like to play Minecraft.
Mm,
Like my my nephew's age, they loved Minecraft.
yeah.
Now, the younger generation below them, the second set of nephews that I have, they're playing Minecraft. Like, it's insanity. And
Yeah.
on like on our Samsung TV, they have like the software installed where they have their own channels and they just play when you have the menu up, or you can go to those channels. Like they have a 24-hour Bob Ross channel. Well,
Whatever.
they have a 24-hour Minecraft channel just of people streaming Minecraft,
Jeez.
like building crazy stuff and all
Yeah.
this, like modding it and everything. It's just like that one wasn't super surprising for me, but for it to just decimate Snow White is so sad.
And it's glorious at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah. I mean, I like Jack Black, so I mean, Pop says 9 happy little clouds. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It just, the movie sucks. Move on. And so there's it's actually really, how do I want to say this? There's a ton of things going on in Japan right now because of Star Wars Celebration, and things are just flowing out. And so we're getting awesome news. Like Mando and Grogu movie is gonna be next May.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a long wait, yes, but at the same time, they are
putting everything into it.
yeah, and
It'll
it's
be good.
exciting. And Dave Filoni also said that they will start filming Ahsoka season 2 when he gets back from Japan. So that's also exciting. I'm
Wow.
very excited about that because I loved Ahsoka, and have you seen Andor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Okay.
watched the first season.
Yeah, did you like it?
I mean, I liked Rogue One a lot. I felt the story on it was kind of thin.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the style that they do it in, but I wasn't overly impressed with just the basic storyline and all that. Like, it had its good elements, but it wasn't like, it was just an average series for me.
Yeah, it definitely didn't blow my socks off, and I don't know, I felt like it felt like it left me wanting. Like, it's like every episode you'd be excited to watch the next episode, and it's like, oh, that was it. Okay, next episode. Oh, okay. And it's like there was all this buildup. Oh yeah, 2 more days. Oh yeah, 1 more day, and then they release it, and it's like, oh, that's what you've been hyping up for the last week. It's like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I just don't think Cassian Andor or whatever. Yeah, I just don't think that that character can carry a TV show. Like, he's good as a supporting character in Rogue One.
Exactly.
But to me, that was it. Like, I really wasn't excited to see his story either.
It's just, and the whole thing, like, they're talking, I know this is controversial because I know a bunch of people are over the moon, blown away about Andor, but I honestly don't get it. It fell flat to me. I didn't enjoy the first, I don't know. I enjoyed the last like 2 episodes out of the entire first season. It's like, I don't know. That just blows my mind that every week you keep coming back and you're just left disappointed. I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to this second season. I'm interested to see. I saw a meme saying, they really want to see Thrawn and Mads Mikkelsen in the same scene, like in over teleconference, whatever you want to call it. Over, it's like, oh, it's Zombie. Hey, what the absolute ass is going on here? Well, we're bitching about Star Wars and stuff currently.
Yeah, we've taken 15 minutes just to shit on Disney constantly.
Yeah.
So
it is what it is. But I mean, and it's perfect because we're talking about Disney. So here are things that we liked about Disney or not liked. We'll see. We haven't determined that yet. But so I don't know. I was disappointed with that season and not really looking forward to the second season. I don't know if I'll watch it. I think my plan is to watch a show that I really enjoyed during the weeks that they're pushing Andor. It's like, okay, you want me to sign up and watch Andor? All right, I will sign up and watch Ahsoka instead. It's like, whatever. But anyway,
Sounds
I
good.
digress. Now that I've pissed off all the Disney people out there, that Disney Star Wars sequel fanatics. So I saw something today, and it's like, here's the perfect formula, and this is also goes along with what we were talking about, diverting expectations. Here's the perfect formula, and they have, the whole original Skywalker lineage, and it even like Han and Leia's kids, and Luke and Mara's kid, and it's like, here's what they want you to forget, and it's just like, yes, exactly. Why?
Well, one of the worst things they ever did was come in and turn all that shit into Star Wars Legends. I mean,
right.
Timothy Zahn handed you
a perfect formula,
a perfect new trilogy.
Yeah.
In the form of Shadow Rising or whatever, like the whole Thrawn trilogy. Like, here you go. All you got to do is make this. Nope. Let's be stupid.
Yep. Instead, they're going to crap out other movies. Oh.
Yeah, I'm over it.
It's upsetting. I just want them to. I do appreciate that. It feels like Dave Filoni is trying to right the wrongs by bringing in all the Legends characters and things like that. And
yeah, but you're just mangling them up and putting them in different spots, and just
timeline wise, yes,
doesn't feel right.
Timeline wise, yes, but I think it would be awesome if they just went ahead and recast Mark Hamill. And I know there's someone else out there. Bucky. What's his real name?
Yeah, Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan, thank you. So Bucky looks almost exactly like young Mark Hamill. It's like, just put him in there and let him do his Jedi stuff. He can be the leading man. It's like, I think that would work. But, I have no say at Disney, obviously. But
well, they don't even listen to their fans, so
right
at this point.
I meant the maker of the Yoda puppet. Okay. They need to make a series. I would love one on Lord Bane or Revan. Yeah, I agree. That would be cool. Well, yeah,
Revan and Malik would be cool.
Yeah, that story is interesting, I think. But I did see that in Star Wars animation, they announced a new series. It's called Maul, Lord of Shadows or something like that. And yes, the Acolyte was a joke. Yes, I agree. But anyway, I forget what I was saying now, but what was I saying?
Oh, the Darth Maul thing.
Yes, the Darth Maul. So they announced the new series, animated series, Darth Maul, which apparently is going to take place a year after the Clone Wars. And this is all things that apparently Filoni and Lucas had planned out in advance and had talked about, or whether it be jokingly or whether it be, ideals or plans and stuff like that. It's coming. It's coming. And so that's a new series that I think will be good. I think it will be fun to see. But yeah. Clone Wars Darth Maul was awesome. But anyway, let's see. Do we have anything else to talk about?
I don't.
Okay, let's get into these movies. We are a half hour in, so
Hey, we're 15 minutes ahead of our normal
Last week.
schedule.
right. That's because I'm stopped talking. I'm just gonna let all of the bullshit go and just dwell on.
I mean, don't worry. We're going to talk about Disney, old Disney, and newer Disney here.
Yes. You were commenting about some of that stuff that intrigued me. So let's dive into it. Do you want to talk about Aladdin first? Let's
we can hit Aladdin.
All right, let's hear it. What did you think?
So
you had never
if you
seen
weren't
this
here
movie.
last week, I had never seen Aladdin. One of probably the only
right
90s animated movies. I had seen the cartoon, and I even looked it up on IMDb, and totally watched the cartoon on show, but had no idea about the what happened in the first movie.
Okay.
I think I just watched the cartoon because I liked the genie character, and I liked Apu, or whatever the damn monkey's name is.
Yeah.
Abu.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, this movie, it's just like watching any other Disney movie.
Okay.
From that time period.
There you go.
you've got the songs.
Yeah.
You've got,
I can show you the world.
You got, Robin Williams.
Yes.
The genie is amazing with
so good.
How they did a really good job of capturing how manic he was.
Yes.
With the genie bouncing around, turning into different things and changing the subject really fast. That character, Robin Williams made that character. It was his personality.
Right.
Basically. So, but yeah, it was, I really enjoyed it. I had seen the live action Aladdin, so I knew kind of the story, which for me, I had nothing to compare it to. So I actually was engaged and enjoyed the live action. I'm not a big Will Smith fan anyway.
Right.
So I wasn't a big fan necessarily of him, but I thought they did a really good job in that movie with staying true to kind of the musical theme and all of that.
What was your favorite song out of them all?
Never Had a Friend Like Me.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so catchy. I was walking around the house this morning doing that. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" It's from Aladdin. Yeah, which I had heard that. I'd heard all those songs before because, this was during the era where every Disney movie took people who necessarily weren't big stars, but had been really famous probably before that in a different time period, and literally made these songs that were just played over and over and over on the radio. So Luther Vandross with Whole New World, the Lion King stuff with Elton John. You had Tarzan where you had Phil Collins. You had these songs on the radio that people fell in love with.
Yeah.
They were also in the movie. They tied it all together, and it really helped make these movies much bigger just because they tied it all together. What's that?
his little tantrum or whatever at the Oscars.
Oh
Funny.
yeah. Oh yeah. Just slapping people.
Friend Like Me was my favorite song. Okay. Yeah. I
But
agree.
yeah, I
That's a
mean,
really
it
good one.
was like it was on par. It's probably one of my favorite animated movies from that era. I mean, I still think Lion King for me is always going to be my favorite animated movie out of that time period. But I mean, Aladdin was fun. I liked it better than like Pocahontas and Tarzan and Little
I
Mermaid.
liked them all, man. I don't know. But I think some of that is my.
I mean, I like them all, just where it ranks and.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get you. So do you want to rate the movie?
I mean, I would probably give it a solid 4.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
I really enjoyed it. Like, I mean, there's so many of those movies. Like, it's not groundbreaking compared to, other Disney movies of that time period. Like, it didn't necessarily, in my opinion, usher in like a new era, but it was a very solid entry into the genre. Like, I sat there and like laughed multiple times out loud watching it. So it is good. It's really good.
4.5 for Zombie. And my mom says she loves the Aladdin video game, and for Super NES, I agree. I thought it was fun. Jessica says 5 stars for me. She loves that movie. So.
Oh, she said that was her favorite one of all the Disney movies.
Yeah.
So.
She's glad she watched it this week. She forgot how good it was. She actually told me she was watching it for a second time this week. So today. So yeah. Oh, good times. I will rate it a 4 as well. And I agree with you across all the fronts. Like, it wasn't necessarily groundbreaking, but I do believe that this was the first time. I mean, because it got multiple sequels.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, it had the cartoon like you were talking about. So, see ya. Nice of Zombie to check in. But yeah. How's it going? But yeah, I mean, it feels like to me it wasn't necessarily groundbreaking, but the fact that it launched a cartoon series was interesting because the cartoon series ran a long time, I want to say.
I had it up too. I can't remember what years it said it ran.
I mean, because the Lion King did have, well, they didn't really have a sequel, but they did have a cartoon series, but it seemed to come later, like on Disney Channel or something exclusively.
Let's see here. How many episodes was this? Because it was 94 to 95. So tell me how many episodes.
3 seasons, started in 1994.
Oh, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty good size for.
Yeah. Yeah, and it probably wasn't even regular seasons like you see now, like 10 episodes or however many episodes.
Cartoons were usually had a pretty good amount of episodes.
86 episodes. So
yeah.
That's impressive.
So they almost 30 a season almost.
Yeah. So it's impressive in my book.
Yeah.
But yep. That's what I mean. So you were saying there was we were comparing how they grossed.
Yeah,
how about you talk about that?
Aladdin grossed, so it was a $28 million budget.
Mm-hmm.
It grossed worldwide $500 million, basically.
Jeez.
So big time success, you would say.
Mm-hmm.
To put it in perspective, so the Lion King, and 2 years later in 94, it was almost double the budget. I think it was almost $50 million budget. And it ended up doing worldwide just shy of $1 billion.
Jeez.
So it almost doubled Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in 94. So
yeah,
whatever that multiplier is to scale it up to today.
Right.
Like we were comparing it to Moana 2, which was probably the most recent animated film.
Yeah.
It's done $1 billion worldwide.
What?
But Lion King did that in 1994.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, I just feel like one of the things that Disney movies miss out on now, like at least the animated movies, is the whole more musical piece of it.
Yeah.
Like get kids singing along, get like little, I guess now it would be whatever the hell,
Earworms.
little digital songs that they can take everywhere with them and sing on their field trips and shit. Like we used to just have to remember it. Now they got their own little cell phone and they can sit there and sing it all together.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just feel like that's something that they've lost that actually hurts them when it comes to some of these movies.
So let compare that to Ron's Gone Wrong, and it's also a Disney movie, right? Okay, so I don't recall there really being any songs in that. No. And I've watched it twice. So,
I mean, there's a main one at the beginning.
Yeah, well, yeah,
like,
that's
kind of like a little bit of a theme song ish, but I mean, that's all you get.
Yeah. So Jessica says, I went to see Lion King twice in theaters. Yeah.
Wow.
I saw it once.
I didn't go to theater at all.
But I also saw, I want to say I saw Aladdin. No, I saw Aladdin at home. So I believe, I don't know. We had our dear friend, her name was Lorraine, and she always took us to the latest Disney movies and stuff like that. So I saw like Hercules and Tarzan and Lion King and all that stuff. So yeah, those were fond memories I treasure. So
yeah, see, I didn't even see Lion King. Like we didn't go to Disney movies in the theater. Like I remember going and seeing probably close to 1994 In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood in theater. Like that's the kind of stuff we went to see with my mom and dad. Because my dad wasn't going and sitting through a Disney movie. Like
well,
he's
my dad didn't either.
Hell no, we're going to see Predator 2 and stuff like that. So I didn't see this movie probably until 1999. My girlfriend and I in 9th grade went and babysat for like kids that lived around her house that were family friends. And I watched, I think, Lion King for the first time in 99.
Jeez.
So 5 years after it had come out.
Yeah. That's wild. Well, I mean, so while I am envious that you got to see those movies, I also wouldn't necessarily trade the memories that I have of, seeing movies like Hercules and Pocahontas and stuff like that in theaters with our friends Lorraine and stuff like that. So, I mean, I wouldn't trade those, but I looking back at how awesome those movies are, thinking like, oh man, that you got to see those. I get it. I mean, I remember being, I don't know what year did Jurassic Park come out? I forget. 93 or
3-ish.
Yeah. So
let's see here.
My good friend Matt Scott saw it with his parents in theaters, and
1993.
Yeah, exactly. And he came to school talking about, oh man, and there was this one part where this dude just ate the dude when he's on the crapper. It was so funny and so great, and it's just like, I'm just like, oh wow, I can't believe you saw Jurassic Park. I can't believe you were allowed to see Jurassic Park.
My brothers went and saw it, and at the same time, my mom took me to see Rookie of the Year because they were in theaters at the same time.
Rookie of the Year was good.
Because she wouldn't let me go see Jurassic Park with them.
Right.
But she had to buy their tickets.
Yeah.
So they could go.
And then took you to see Rookie of the Year, which wasn't a bad movie.
Oh, I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That and Angels in the Outfield.
Yes.
Yeah. I just watched both of those movies recently with my girls. Maybe not Rookie of the Year. I don't know. But I know Angels in the Outfield because it was on, and I thought, oh, okay, it's on. And then, of course, I was surprised, thinking like, oh, this is a nice, safe movie. It's on Disney, and it's just like, whoa, they just swore. It's just like, oops, I can't believe I haven't let them watch that.
Oh wow.
But, yeah, I mean they've heard worse, especially because they've seen all the Star Wars movies, and unfortunately, like the Star Wars movies have gone to the shitter, so have their minds, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, Ron's gone wrong. Changing stations. Here we go. All aboard. What?
So, I mean, just the basic gist of the movie for you guys out there, because I know this is one that was not popular.
No.
A lot of people either had never seen it or never heard of it. But so basically, these people live in a world that everything is connected technology wise. So basically, you have this profile through this company bubble, and all your devices, your social media accounts, everything are connected. And kids are obsessed with making friends, which is basically like Facebook friends. So the movie
starts out saying, you know, it was hard for me making friends as a kid, but not anymore. I'm going to introduce you to your new best friend, and it's this robot guy.
Yeah. So the next evolution in the company strategy is they're making these B-bots, which are these little like pill-shaped robots that plug in, download all of their information from the web, everything that they like, all the people that they're connected with, and its main function is not really to be friends with the kid, but it's to get people to be their friends basically online.
Yeah.
So it's like those people who have like thousands of Facebook friends.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, this movie is really a satire on Apple and social media, and you know, I think it's an intelligent like take on modern society, which will go right over a kid's head.
Yeah.
But for like parents and stuff, I just thought there's some interesting stuff in there. But basically, the main kid, Barney, he wants one of these B-bots. He's the only kid who doesn't have one. And it's his birthday. He doesn't get one, but then his dad buys a damaged one, like in a back alley deal that got damaged earlier in the day because of Barney. And basically it's Ron, and the main storyline just follows how this robot Ron is not like the other B-bots.
Right.
And has to learn friendship directly with Barney versus going out on the web and just learning everything and all this.
Right.
And it basically, by the end of the movie, they change how the entire company works based off their model of friendship. So, and that's just a brief, high level overview.
Yeah.
And
so I know we watched it last night for the Madness movie night, and so Pop says, he's already ringing in, says a 0.0 for me on concept alone. Because it was funny for me because I'm sitting there laughing at this movie because, like you said, there's a lot. It's very much making fun of modern day products and things like that. Like it's basically these robots are trying to get them to buy things and covet things, and it's just funny because that is pretty much how everything works nowadays.
Right.
You know, like Roblox and stuff like that. Like everyone is.
Oh, it's all about
here's buy the
microtransactions.
skins and
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so it was funny in that aspect, but also scary in the sense of they can monitor you. They can just you can see in the movie, like he's just like, you know what, we have we need to have cameras in the forest. It's then they're like, we're gonna send cameras into the forest, and it's these little bee bots who they have spy on Ron and Barney, and it's just like that concept is kind of scary, you know? Like,
yeah,
I mean, but at the same time, that is what we carry around. You know?
It's crazy to me that a company like Disney made this movie that's kind of taking a shot at technology. And I mean, I know they're not a social media platform and they're not Apple and all this, but they're very heavily tied into like just culturally the experience that those companies provide. And to me, it's kind of funny that they would do that. And
right.
I mean,
and they're it's like they're pointing, they're like, ha 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 ha. Oh, no, it's, you're supposed to go that way. Ah, ha, ha. No, this way. You know, like very much like I don't know. It just feels like they're making fun. They're trying to point fingers and make fun of people, but it's just telling on themselves essentially.
And their buddies. I mean, but I mean, I don't even think I had heard of this movie before I watched it for the first time. Like I was at Eric Bertram's house and I think we were just sitting down with the kids to watch something.
Yeah.
And they might have saw it before and were like, oh, you got to watch this. But I remember like laughing my ass off. Like it was almost like the Electric State.
Yeah.
Where I was just like laughing out loud at certain points. I mean, the best part to me of Ron is how they manipulated the facial expressions.
Yeah.
Like it is so hilarious, like the faces he makes and stuff, because his eyes and his mouth can move all over his body. And like when he's malfunctioning and shit with like one eye up here and one eye down here. And
the one part when after he hits the dude and one eye's up here, one eye's here, and he's got this weird like arm thing. And he's just like, I'm insane.
His arm is where his little leg should be.
Right.
And his leg is up where his arm should be. Yeah. It just like they did so many cool things with like little details like that in this movie. I mean, I enjoyed the hell of it. And that's why I brought it up on this show like 2 or 3 times. Cause I mean,
it was worth it. You managed to get us to it paid off. You managed to get us to watch it. And I actually really enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and rate it and we'll still talk about it, but let's go ahead and get this rating out of the way. Humaira, what do you think?
4.
4? All right.
Yeah. Love the elf thing.
Derry?
I mean, it's something that is enjoyable for me. It's something that I would watch multiple times. I mean, really, I think there are a few glaring issues with the movie. I would probably say a 3.5, and I'll save that for in a minute. Like what I think the glaring issues are, because I think they're similar to another movie that we saw recently.
Yeah. I'll say it's a 4 as well, because like I said, I will enjoy it. And I mean, very seldomly do you find me watching this movie during the Madness movie night, and then I immediately watched it again with Pumaira right after. So there's maybe like a 2-hour gap, and I'm already watching it a second time. So I mean, it was still fun. I still thought it was funny. I mean, and so in the second time I'm watching, I'm trying to think of like, okay, well, because like I said, Pops was like, he hated it so bad. It made it funny because he was hating on it so bad. He to the point where he didn't even like make fun of it anymore. He just stopped and he just. I just imagined him sitting there cross-armed and like pouty face going on. Like I don't know if that's how it was, but that's what I pictured in my head. But
I mean,
he was.
It is hard to do Facebook on an abacus, so I get it. I get it, Pops.
Yeah. So he says, I hated it. I hope my grandkids never see it.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
I honestly, I think
movie.
Here's the thing. I think it points out these things, and it's something that I think everyone should see at least once, because he says, I can do everything on an abacus.
I mean, the sleeper character of the movie is the goat.
Yeah, it is.
There's so many good parts with the goat in it.
The goat, the grandma was.
And when you don't eat them, you eat them.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
It was, dude, the goat, the grandma. I mean, Ghost
Grandma
Pepper
was
and I were
funny.
in there laughing our ass off at grandma.
What
It's
song
just like-
was that robot and grandma singing?
Whatever
Yeah.
it was, like,
Song they were dancing to.
yeah, it was funny. I mean, yeah, it pooped.
Oh yeah. Poop Girl was good.
But
That
I mean,
whole scene where like they start unlocking the robots.
Yes.
Oh my god, that scene's amazing.
it was over the top,
Mhm.
outrageous. Like, because also I noticed, like, here's this girl and here's a monkey, and it eats the girl. The thing that everyone's scared will happen to King Kong with the girl happens, and it's just like, it pooped me. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, really for me, the two things I think are issues with this movie.
okay.
I think it's very similar to the Electric State.
yeah.
Who's the audience? Now I get that they put stuff in there for adults,
Mhm.
and there was stuff that was geared 100% towards kids.
Yeah.
But like I think it loses track in there of like it's a very deep movie. Now kids will probably be like, "Oh, bright colors,
Yeah.
funny
I want
stuff
my
that the
robots to be
robot's
bright
doing."
colors.
Yeah, so it might be able to hold their attention. The other problem is its length. It was long.
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, it was-
Wasn't it even over 2 hours? I thought it was like 2 hours and 10 minutes or something.
That was 152. I
Hour
think.
53.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. So, I mean, like for kids,
Mm-hmm.
Aladdin is like
Yeah.
those old 90-minute Disney
Dude.
movies.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Where are those?
Like
these days?
kids don't understand complex character development and all that kind of stuff and building backstory and all that. Like they need it much more simple. It's like the difference between young adult fiction versus adult fiction.
Right.
Like you have to connect some of the dots for them.
Yeah.
And I think this movie was a little bit too complex for younger kids. Like to me, it's more of like a teen, like teen and up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they
would
are
probably
in middle
agree
school.
with that. What?
They are in middle school.
Yes, they are
And
in middle
such
school.
middle
That's true. But
Yeah, like 10 and up or something like that.
yeah.
It's hard to get a little kid to sit through 2-hour movie.
Right. And
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what happened
so
with
we
our
still
girl.
haven't watched it with my kids. So, that was something I was trying to get them to do, and I wanted to have them at least talk about their thoughts, but I didn't get a chance to record them, and I offered them to stay up and talk about it, but they were like, yeah, no, I don't want to.
Kids.
So,
But I mean,
just
but
like,
that
"Oh,
has
peace
an
out."
impact when parents are thinking about taking their kids to a movie theater to see something.
Right.
We just don't.
Yeah, like how am I going to keep my kids in their seat, not
Right.
losing their mind for 2 straight hours?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Let alone
that's
the bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like the most anti going to the restroom during a movie person.
Yeah.
Like I will not, I will suffer until my bladder explodes before I get up and go to a bathroom in the middle
Right.
of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I better have to like go take the biggest shit ever. That's
Oh.
probably the only thing that would get me up.
That's like you
popcorn,
feel
yeah.
it bubbling up in your guts, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh god, it's gonna come
No.
out.
I mean, I can piss in my drink cup, but I mean, you can't take a shit in a popcorn bucket in the middle of the theater. Someone's going to know.
A little bit.
But I
Like-
mean, I do
you
think
wait for an
I want to get back to this. I
explosive
do
part,
think
and then
that it does have a good message. Like with all of the stuff that's going on, it's instilling the fact like there's a difference between a algorithm telling you how to make friends and versus just having
Being one.
friends.
Mhm.
And just exactly, just being a friend. And I feel like that is a good lesson that I feel like everyone should learn, because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't know how to be a friend to anyone anymore. It's hard.
Well, it's just all digital. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly. It's hard for me to even be like, oh wait, yeah, no, I should probably do this or I should probably do that in this situation, and instead it's just like, I don't know, it gets lost. But I feel like it does have a good lesson in the fact that, you know, AI and just algorithm, the whole thing, like I feel like it does. It has a good reason, a good purpose, but at the same time, you know, as a parent, it's a little scary. But he says, Pops is in here saying, the best message people will ruin if you give a chance. If I watch with my grandkids, it would be a warning movie about the internet and AI. And that's not wrong. I agree there. And he said, you guys are my friends. You don't have to be anything but you. Aw, thanks, Pops. Appreciate that.
Well,
But,
that's good because I ain't gonna be anything but me. Take it or leave it.
It feels like at some point you have to just be like, you know what? If you hate me, you hate me.
Oh, I stopped giving a shit a long time ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a struggle for me because they still find this voice creeping up being like, oh, but we want them to be our friends. You know, in the fact, like, it's like, you know what? Fuck it. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. I just accepted the villain role a long time ago.
Right.
Long time ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, clearly with your online presence and your sarcastic jokes, I see you. But I'm also right there with you.
Out there doing battle.
Dude, like, this is something that I've
These are the righteous fingers of justice right here. Fucking keyboard warrior for the little man.
right. So like Kurt, who is we talk to on the podcast, talk about on this podcast, the one who inspired this whole segment. Yeah, we are always getting in trouble and like heckling people from the sidelines, you know, in the anonymous DMs and stuff. So yeah, I mean, we are ornery, to say the least. I've tried to get my mom to accept that ornery, and I haven't done the best things, and she's like, you better.
Oh, my mom would definitely be all up on my case about it, but
Right.
she doesn't understand technology, so I'm golden. Like, she's the one always asking me for teacher technology, so I only teach her like so much of it, so
bare
she can't
minimum.
like check up on me.
Yeah, you make sure she's not friends with you on any of your social profiles.
Oh, I
where
mean,
you-
she's
where you be
friends,
naughty.
but most of my greatest work goes on in private groups. So
Right. Because I mean, where else? I mean, that's where you shine, really.
oh yeah. Well, and that's where I can make people lose their mind the most.
Yeah.
So
And all without never anyone seeing the light of day.
yeah. Well, usually I'll just step into a group and just drop a nuclear bomb and then watch the fallout.
Watch everything unfold. Yeah. Oh, dude.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've been kicked out of many a good Facebook group at this point.
Oh.
Weren't you kicked out of the cabal for?
Oh yeah. But let's not get started on that because that was a bullshit rap. So
Oh.
yeah, me and Walter, we're not friends.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know those guys are zombies, boy, but they ain't my boys. Mm-mm.
So Pop says, I'd rather you be a dick than a type B dick. Okay. Type A dick versus a type B dick. And he says a type of dick will tell you how it is, not candy coated. Yep. Okay. That's fair. I feel like we're all both at the same time. Like, we can do those things if we choose to, but
Some just do it more than others.
right. All right, so let's pick some movies for next week. What are you thinking? Anyone have any thoughts, feelings about that?
So one I threw out earlier, we were talking before the show. So
Yep.
A movie that I really, really liked when I first saw it. I've seen it plenty of times since. I still think like Ben Affleck is probably, I mean, he's really good at writing movies.
Yeah.
He's really good at directing movies.
Mm-hmm.
And also being in them when he does both those things. Like he typically stars in it. But so I threw out The Town. I think it's a really well done, like rooted in reality action movie. It's basically about Charlestown, which is basically a little community in Boston that has the highest per capita bank robbers. And basically this is a story about a group of friends who rob banks. And they try to pull off the biggest job of their lives. So it's got Jeremy Renner in it, Ben Affleck, John Hamm, Blake Lively. It's got a lot of people in it. So, but it's really good in my opinion, and it's on Tubi, so everybody can join in.
Yeah. Let's see. I feel like there was another one.
Well, you had thrown out 13 Assassins.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what the other one was that I hadn't seen that you threw out there.
Drive, maybe?
Drive, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
As Ryan
I may have
Gosling
seen
in it.
13 Assassins, but I can't remember if I have or not.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
All right. So 13 Assassins and The Town.
Yeah.
13 Assassins.
Yeah, and in The Town, there's a conversation between Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest movie conversations of all time. Like the interaction.
Agree. I already know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's all over, like in a reel or a TikTok. Like,
yeah, it's like how you know you have a true friend. And
then
it plays
one.
That's quote. It's just like,
he's like,
that's my boy.
You can't ask me, Like, we're not going to talk about it again. You can't ask me what it's about. And Jeremy Renner's reply is amazing. Like, that was such a well-written scene.
Yeah. Okay, so this was a suggestion from Chris Brown, but we did just recently watch it like a few weeks ago.
We did that back in the fall, didn't we?
No, Lori was here. And that was
when
a
you
few
did
weeks
Dale
ago.
and Tucker?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dale and Tucker versus Evil. And that was just a few weeks ago with Lori. We had Lori on a Friday night show promoting her recent campaign, her Kickstarter. And so we watched that and Cocaine Bear.
Oh, man. Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Based on a true story.
It's loosely based on a true story.
Imagine that shit.
Right.
Can I eat it? Do I eat it? How do we do cocaine?
I mean, it's loosely based, so the bear probably ate someone who was high on cocaine.
That would be funny.
You never know.
Okay, well then let's watch it on a movie night, a Monday movie night or something. Yeah, so let's do it. We're talking about a different show. We'll do it either on the Monday Night Madness or the Thursday Night Madness, whichever one. We can do that. Yeah, Monday matinee. Yep. But yeah, so we just watched that. And I thought I made that. I thought I communicated that to Chris. It's just like, oh, we just watched that. So, I'll have to go back and see what we said about the movie. But anyway, I know I liked it. But,
oh yeah.
So, did we rate this movie? Did we rate Ron's Gone Wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure I didn't forget. I don't know. All right. So there we have our movies. 13 Assassins and The Town. So two different spectrums.
You know what we never did watch?
What?
For maybe future weeks?
Okay.
The one samurai movie on Netflix. Can't remember the name of it right now. But it came out right after Shogun last year. Or it is probably more towards like Christmas time.
Okay.
I'll look it up and see. But yeah,
you have to look.
I was interested in watching it. So
yeah,
anything samurai is cool as hell.
That's my thing too. Like I'm into all that shit. So, yep. You're not gonna go wrong if you suggest that movie to me. So, but yeah. So, all right.
I think the name's Uprising might be the name of it. I'll have to look it up, but I think that's it.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking of right now is Blue Eye Samurai, and which I also thought was great. Have you watched that?
No, but I'll actually I think I watched the first episode of it.
Yeah. It's on Netflix. It's quite good. I enjoyed it a lot. So if you're into anime and that type of thing, American made anime, I don't know, whatever you want to say. But I digress. So there you have your assignment. And let's see, Monday, we might be running another episode again, a rerun again. It depends on how Zombie's feeling. I know he popped in tonight, but that don't mean anything. He can't speak, and he might, typing is different than speaking. So
feel better.
Yes, feel better. Zombie.
You could get him one of those things that he holds up to his throat and be like,
Soma.
this toy is so good. I love it so much.
You had one almost.
Yeah, I did. I still have a scar right here. But
yeah,
I know. That's why I can make fun of it. Because I'm not really making fun of it. It's just funny. I
mean, honestly, I can make fun of it because I'm an ass. So
Can you imagine if I would be on a podcast and have that?
Anonymous.
Oh boy. So that totally diverged there, and
Yeah. Good job.
but anyway, so that's an hour 14. We are going to wrap up and get out of here. Join us when you see us again. We'll go live. But Monday we might be having a rerun. We'll see. Tuesday is something I recently picked up. I do interviews or I chat with Addie, our artist friend, and that's boom. So Tuesdays at 8 p.m., Mondays at 10:30, Tuesdays at 8 p.m., Fridays at 9. So that's our new stream schedule. And so it's either an interview or the joy of drawing with Addie, so we'll see which one it is this week. I will either be interviewing someone or we'll be doing a draw stream. So it's all fun and games here. Look at this. Look at that glorious Castle Gray Cat. Anyway.
Love it.
Anyway, see you next week. And yeah, until next time, Thunder Nerds Ho.
Bye.
Oh.
Click on the tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens